Oh, I'm already recording. Hey, it's Brad from myBSlife. Today, it is a rainy day in Canada's capital. If you haven't had a chance, hit subscribe. I love the feedback. I love knowing what's going on. To be honest, I just love the love. Today, as part of the 1K day challenge, today I am going to eat 1,000 grains of rice. I have no idea how much rice this is. I don't know how many bags of rice I'm gonna need, but I'm gonna figure that out as I go along. So right now, driving to the grocery store, gonna pick up some rice because 1,000 grains of rice. And I don't eat much rice, as I've told some of you in the past. Mostly eat a lot of cereal and barbecue. So rice, I'm expanding my palate today. I'm gonna pick up some rice and we are off to get some cooking. I'm gonna have to count out all my grains of rice. We are gonna go from there. So let's go, let's hit this thing. 1,000 grains of rice is my challenge for today for the 1K challenge. Like I said, hit subscribe, I love it. Let's get this thing going. All right, so here we are, rice aisle. I don't know what to get. This one right here is, I think this is more than 1,000. I don't eat much rice, but I think this is more than 1,000. Let's find something that looks fancy. I wanna feel like fancy when I do this. Ooh, ooh. This is the one right here. You know why? It's got a zipper. Perfect. We got a rice. All right, here we go. So, as you know, it's the 1K day celebration. Today, representing the rest, really encompasses the rest of the BS community, is the mukbangers. The people who love to eat a lot. And in case you didn't know, mukbang is something, it started in South Korea in 2010. It's slowly taken over the world where you just eat a lot while you entertain people. So today, 1,000, my goal here is 1,000 grains of rice. How much rice is this? I have no idea. I don't really eat much rice, but one thing I do know is this. I got this bag of rice for just such occasion. Now you're gonna ask, Brad, why do you choose this bag? Thank you for asking. I chose this bag for 2 reasons. One, it has a handle. Super convenient to carry. But more importantly than that, I wanna make sure I got good rice. In this bag, it is a zipper. Not at the other rice bags had zippers. And one thing I know about zippers is they always charge you extra for a zipper when you get it enclosed. So right here, we've got a zipper on our bag of rice, which means it's gotta be good. So we're gonna open this up. We need to get in here. It is sealed closed. We've got a bit of a situation here. I think I gotta get through these threads. We 100% have to get through these threads. Don't worry, I've got this knife. What could go wrong? Gee. I'm not sure this is how this is meant to be done. I'm not even sure these are the right ones I'm taking out. Yeah, they are. After all that, I completely destroyed, no. I refuse to accept that. How do people normally get into these bags? This is ridiculous. I'm just trying to get in to get some rice out. I've got this zipper. The zipper's amazing, but underneath the zipper is a whole other bag, and the bag is sewn closed. Okay, we've got rice access right here. Did I destroy this bag? Oh, come on! Look at this! I paid for craftsmanship. I'm sure I paid some sort of zipper surplus. I paid for a handle. The handle seems relatively intact. But this bag is not okay. Anyway, I get rice out. I cleaned up the table. I don't need this knife anymore as far as I know, but I might use it for separating the rice. Look, I'm already started. I didn't even realize. 1, 2. All right, I gotta count out 1,000 of these guys. This could take me a while. I'm assuming this is probably gonna be done at high speed. We'll see. Okay, got a bit of a rice situation. Oh my goodness, there's gonna be rice everywhere. How do people normally do this? How do people normally count the rice? As someone who doesn't eat a lot of rice? Okay, here we go. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So, We're 10 minutes into this challenge. I now have the first 100 all lined out right here. Each day I like to try and keep on top. Like, so I did 100 flights of stairs, covered 100 kilometers, every 10 meters for the drive right here. I've got 100 grains of rice. As I look at this, I'm starting to think that maybe 1,000 grains of rice is less impressive than I initially thought it would be. But we'll see. This is my first attempt at a mukbang. It may not be my last. I'm not sure. I'm not, as you can see by my other videos, I'm not naturally a mukbanger. But I'm excited to see where this unfolds. Maybe it just like, and I've been told rice multiplies to 3 times its size, so this is really a lot more rice. We'll see. I'll check in with you in another 100. We'll play this in high speed. You can see you're in my kitchen, my dining area, some call it. I've got Melody. That's the name of my plant beside me right here. So this is Melody, and I've had Melody since she was a little sapling. She's really grown, and anyway, we're focused on the rice. 1K a day challenge. Thank you to all of you. 1,000 grains of rice, 1 grain of rice to represent each one of you in my life. Here we go. Gonna keep counting. Okay, so we're now at 200 grains of rice. It's certainly looking more substantial. As someone who doesn't cook a lot of rice, I'm still not sure this would fill me up, but we're gonna see. I've got another 800 to go. This reminds me when I was a kid. I remember when I was little. Brief story time with Brad. So I was little, my mom would often, she'd keep all her spare change in a jar. And she'd always say, if I counted it, I could have it. So I'd be counting out through all the pennies, the nickels, the dimes, and everything. And I realized, I'm missing out on an opportunity here. Why don't I try and get everyone's spare change? And my mom loved to host people, so my mom and dad would have people over at our house all the time. So one time, without telling them, what I did is I put down a donation jar right by our front door. I put it on, we had a little table there, a little wooden table, and I put out a little jar, and on the jar I put, donate your spare change, please. And so all the people who came in to the house that night, they dropped all their spare change in the jar. It was a windfall. Now, it didn't finish as well as it started because I thought this was great. I was having so much fun. People thought it was hilarious. Ha 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 ha. In the end though, needless to say, my father didn't find this very funny. And in the end, there were some, shall we say, old school discipline, which these days would never be permitted. But anyway, in the end, if you're considering putting collect other people's spare change jar at your front porch, understand, people are very willing to give their change, but there could be repercussions. Also, people don't carry change like they used to. People pay for a lot of stuff with tap and whatnot. Anyway, I digress. 200 down. Whew, another 800 to go. This is not nearly as challenging as the flights of stairs, or as the jumping jacks, or even near as challenging as pushing the car, or driving, and certainly takes less time. But we're gonna continue on because this challenge is valuable. This is my first ever attempt at a mukbang. 1,000 grains of rice, myBSlife. Here we go. That's 200 down. First 200 people, I'm representing you. Continuing on, here we go. Still counting. Okay, here we go. We have now hit 300 grains of rice. I've counted them up by hand. In case you're running my system is little piles of 10. And now, I could have gone piles of 100, but I thought if I lose track in there, I don't want to recount 100 grains of rice. Little piles of 10 grains of rice. Here we are. Whew, we are 30% of the way through. I'm going to keep on counting. Stick with me here. This is going to be, I'm excited to see how this thing plays out. Let's go. Okay, so we're now at 400 grains of rice. I'm not sure how people who cook rice normally do this, if they normally count them out. This feels like this would be highly inefficient, especially if you go to restaurants. They're serving like, how many grains of rice would you like with dinner, sir? You'd be like, I want 1,000. Some poor person in the back counting these things out by hand. Because I know, like, when I have people over for a barbecue, it's like, how many burgers do you want? You want 2 burgers? Done. You want 3 hot dogs? No problem. You want 1 sausage? I can handle that. That makes sense. This though, so if you, let me know in the comments below, when you're serving out your rice, how many do you normally give people, and how long do you normally, like, how do you, because I feel like this is really inefficient. Like I said, I've eaten a lot of rice in my day. I never cook it though, I just kind of order rice. I think there's a lot of guessing when it comes to serving rice. Whereas a lot of things when I serve them, like barbecue, I like a burger. Pizza, I like 2 or 3 slices, typically. Anyway, I digress. We're on to number 4. Okay, just to update you, we are now officially at the halfway point of counting out the rice. This is 500 grains of rice. I feel like I'm doing really well. A few things that have had me thinking though, there's so many different like brands of rice. I don't know what the difference is. I've got basmati rice right here. I also don't know, is it common to sew the bag closed? So if you have this bag and you have a zipper, why are you also sewing the plastic closed? That doesn't make any sense to me. So right here you can see, in this section right here where the zipper is, this bag got torn. Now, I'd like to blame someone other than me for the damage to the bag, but that is on me. That is all my fault. I've no one to blame but myself. But this bag was not opening up easily. So if you can let me know also in the comments, as this is like rice talk, how to cook rice for Brad, is why do they sew it closed when it has a zipper? It doesn't make any sense. Imagine if everything that had a zipper was also sewn closed, like your pants. That'd be so inconvenient. Or your jackets also have zippers. A lot of things out there have zippers, and this is extremely rare in my life experience. Let me know. What other things are you out there shopping? What other things are you buying where there's a zipper, it's zipped closed, but then it's also sewn closed? Like a double lock. It's like you're deadbolting and you're chaining your door. I understand that, but we're basically deadbolting and chaining the basmati rice? Like, who are we trying to keep out of here? And why so badly? Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so 600 right here, you can see now they become piles, more of rows or columns, as you might say, of hundreds, because I had to slide them over to make way for a little more rice. We're at 600, 60% of the way there, but it's not really just 60%, right? Don't worry, I still got to cook the rice and then I've got to eat the rice. So maybe total like labor amount of work going into my 1,000 grain of rice for my 1,000 subs. Salute, thank you, all 1,000 of you. We'll see. Gonna continue on. All right. All right, 700 done. We are continuing along on our adventure. I think this is gonna be great. I'm really excited. Haven't had rice in a while. I'm excited. I've got this whole bag. It turns out though, I probably could have got a smaller bag for my 1,000 grains of rice. I wasn't sure. I've never done this before, but I'm gonna have a little bit of extra rice. So if, yeah, I might need some recipes for what to do with the rice. Okay, we are now at 800 grains of rice. I've counted each one of these painstakingly by hand. You can see them all there before you. Some are in more tight rows. That's because I had to do a little bit of a shift from the beginning. So if you're joining me partway, do a bit of a shift. We brought some of them together. These ones though, they're still more in clusters instead of in lines. Rest assured though, there is 100 per row. And these ones are little groups of 10 as we continue on. This is a thank you from me to all of you per myBSlife as we continue on our 1K a day celebration / challenge. And this is my first ever mukbang. Maybe it's mukbang? No, I'm gonna go with mukbang. I'm excited to see how it turns out. I don't know if people usually do this part of it where they count out the rice ahead of time if they involve rice. But yeah, if you're involving rice and you're going through, you wanna make sure that you get your rows nice and even like this. So mukbang, rice, 1,000, we're doing it. Let's go, keep still counting. We're now at 900. We are so close. We are way over the hump. We are at 900 grains of rice, counted out by hand. You can see them right before you. You are my witness. You've seen me count them out one by. I got 100 left to go. Then we got to figure out, it's time to eat these guys. I'm really excited. We'll see how they go down. 100 left. We're making progress. Mukbang, rice, in a bag, had a zipper. Sadly, the bag was damaged. Okay, We now have exactly 1,000 grains of rice. I've got extra rice over here. You see this pile? I'm just gonna gently push it to the side like this. Oh, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please hit subscribe, hit that button, ding, wherever it is over there. I love the feedback. I love your comments. You know, I get back to everybody. I love all your comments. It is so good. Let me know if you want to see me do more mukbangs. Let me know if this is something you'd like to see. This isn't typically my go-to. I said before, I'm not much of a cook. I mostly barbecue, make cereal, but I'm branching out here. Now, I got 1,000 grains of rice. I don't know how filling this is gonna be, but I got 1,000 of them. Most things I like to eat as I go along, I like them the way they are. So we can see right here, we got rice. This is it, 1,000 grains of rice, myBSlife. Every one of these rows represents 100 subscribers. So to you, I say, thank you. Thank you for being a part of myBSlife. Thank you for all of it. So I guess the only thing left to do to fully celebrate is to eat the rice, which is probably symbolic of how I've ingested you into my life. I've taken you into my life. You become a part of my life as I start eating the rice. So like, all we can do is start eating the rice. I start with the first 100 because these were the first people who came into my world. I do not understand why this stuff is so popular. It is so crunchy. Like, I don't typically love, like, maybe you just need more of a handful. I don't want to spill any though. I made sure this table is nice and clean before I started. It's good handful right here. Maybe just pop in by the handful. I often I prefer my, if I ever eat veggies, which let's be honest, probably not as often as I should, but I like them raw. I always like my cereal when it's still a bit crunchy. That's good, I like that. So here we go. Here's the first, basically, the first 100, first Hunsky as they say, down the hatch. Like, I know rice is popular, but like, I don't love it. I'll be honest, I do not love rice. When you do a mukbang, you allowed some sauce with the rice or something? Alright, in case you're wondering, I just went and got some sauce. It's the cherry sauce you put on chicken balls, which is my favorite. So, I'm gonna try putting some of these in some sauce to see if that makes it better. Otherwise, this is a hard challenge actually. Harder challenge than I thought. The counting wasn't so bad. My counting by ones is pretty good. But the actual eating of the rice, that is a battle. That is a battle for sure. But let's see. So it is true. This sauce is also symbolic of my YouTube journey. Because you see, the first 100 subs were very hard to get. The second 100 subs, they were easier. They were easier. The first 100 though took me a really long time. But the second 100 were quicker. Like this. Oh. Okay. Now, I might have chipped tooth in there, I'm not sure. Yeah, that is. The sauce is helping. Ah. 200 down, a whole bunch more to go. Do I need another sauce mixed in maybe? This is the straight cherry sauce. Maybe I mix some plum sauce in with the cherry sauce. Maybe I throw them in a cup in the microwave. Too bad this wasn't more interactive. If this was like a live one, we could share some ideas here. Let's go, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After this, I'm halfway through. Halfway through. Whew. Subs, thank you. 1K every day. This is part of the 1K. Can you hear that? Over there. I'll be right back. Don't worry. I'm just gonna get a glass of water. Okay, I'm back. Just went and got a little more red sauce here. In case you're worried, there's a dedication to my craft. As I'm now officially a mukbanger, the rice is all still here. Nothing was touched. And I got a little more sauce, a little bit of water, because they're a bit scratchy. A bit scratchy for sure. I'm not sure what my mom's gonna think of this, because at some point, well, let's be honest, she doesn't watch any of the videos I do. But when I tell her about the fact I did a mukbang, after I explain what a mukbang is, sorry about that, I was just talking about the mukbanging. Battery storage is full again, which happens all the time because my only camera, as I've said before, is the iPhone. That being said, I used my old phone for the filming of the 1,000 kilometers because I need the time lapse and well as me. So, once I explain to my mother what a mukbang is, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I should try, I'm not very good at this. I need to do bowl side out, as they say in the biz, right? Bowl side out. Or camera side. It's like stage left, stage right, you know. Yeah, theater talk for those of you theater majors. I'm mixing up the rice a bit with the sauce. Helps it go down a bit smoother. I found rice surprisingly dry on its own. Quite dry. Yep. That is hard on the stomach. Mostly the teeth, but if you swallow them too big, they're a bit scratchy. All right. 300 left. We are going to, let's just get them all in there. All right, let's just get them all in. Let's get them all in. It's a big pile. That right there, in case you're wondering, in case you've never, let's zoom in on that. Let's get the camera, let's lean right in, right there. That is 300 right there, grains of rice. So, if you weren't sure before what 300 grains of rice looks like, now you know. Now you know. All right. Scooping it all up. Heck. Guy almost got away. Didn't let him get away though. Nope, didn't let him get away. There they are. They're all going in. They're all going in. When you're at home, you're counting your rice out by hand. How do you guys handle this who got long fingernails? Do you find that challenging? Does it get caught underneath your fingernails? Sorry, bowl side out. Bowl side out. Thank you. 1K, bowl side out. Get caught underneath your fingernails, those of you with long fingernails? Just curious. I don't have that problem. I got pretty short fingernails, but here we go. This is the end. 1K. You final 300. I want to say thank you to you for putting me over the top. Each challenge I've done has had its own like drama, its own thing that made it hard. Like driving 1,000 kilometers in a day, my eyes were sore at the end. Pushing the car 1,000 meters, my calves were killing me. 1,000 jumping jacks, hard on the ankles. 1,000 flights of stairs, really hard on the knees. That was a killer. 1,000 grains of rice though? That's hard on the teeth and the stomach. I got something going on digestion-wise. I'm not sure if this is normal. I don't eat much rice. Maybe my body's just adapting, but rice is really popular. They eat it all over the world. It's very common, so it's one of those things, it's not you, it's me. We've all heard that before, you know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Down the hatch. Whew. Thank you for becoming a part of my life. And now, you 1,000 subscribers, thank you for helping to continue to give me life, the nourishment that I need. That's it. That is bowl side out, and then with sauce. Oh, two little guys. I'm Brad. That's myBSlife. That's my first mukbang. I just ate 1,000 grains of rice. No issues. I don't think. Hard on the teeth, but besides that, I did it. That is officially my 5th challenge in a row I've completed. I've successfully conquered. I've conquered the jumping jacks. I've conquered the car push. I've conquered the 1,000 flights of stairs. I've conquered the 1,000-kilometer drive. Now, I've conquered eating 1,000 of something, 1,000 grains of rice. All you mukbangers out there, I did it. I'm now one of you. I'm part of the mukbang family. Thank you for being a part of myBSlife family. If you haven't had a chance, hit subscribe. Check in again tomorrow. We got 2 days left of 1,000 celebrations. Let's see what they're gonna be. Amazing. Have a great night. Thank you again for being a part of myBSlife. You're amazing people. I appreciate what you do. If you're into rice, I've got a lot of basmati. If you live in the Ottawa area, touch base, send me a message. I can hook you up with some rice here. Bag was slightly torn. I'm not sure if that was me or maybe poor construction of the bag, because I did try but the zipper is still intact. Zipper's still good to go. So if you like the zipper, I don't know what, the rice is literally falling out of this everywhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm Brad, myBSlife. Thank you. Until tomorrow, that's it. I'm out. See you soon.